We're back, guys. We've got this. It's a game mat from a brand called Gardatech Pro. We've actually reviewed some of their stuff in the past. And so when I saw this come up, I wanted to go ahead and take a look at it. Now, it is more than just a playmat. From what I understand, there are some counters, I believe, that come with this game mat. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what the counters are going to be offering there, because a lot of these game mats, I've noticed, they tend to be kind of similar in the way that they're made. They're usually made pretty well. They're not too crazy as far as mistakes and errors and whatnot happening as far as like printing, or sometimes you'll get stuff like the stitching here on the side. Most of them are actually pretty darn good nowadays. So we're definitely going to take a look at the mat, but we're also going to be taking a look at these counters. And again, this was sent over to me for free in exchange for a review. So let me go ahead and pull this out. I haven't even looked at it yet. A lot of these mats do actually come with little bags like this. I don't want to say indifferent about these sorts of bags, but yeah, I guess if you like these bags, it's fine. I don't really use them. I have a storage bin where I keep all of my playmats in, so I don't really use these very much. So we'll go ahead and take this and we'll set it aside. It does have a drawstring, in case you were wondering, because you do get this with the product. So I guess it's decent enough if this is something you like to use. All right, so we've got the playmat here, and I believe there's something inside. Yep, there it is. That's going to be our counter bag. So we'll set that aside for now, but let's go ahead and open up the playmat. And wow, look at that. This is an actual purple lotus. And ooh, that's unfortunate. It looks like there's some crimping a little bit in the material. Yeah, usually you like to have these kind of fold out nice and flat, but I'm not sure if you can really tell on camera. There it is. You can see it there. You can see those little crimps where it wasn't rolled up quite right. And so I may have to let this kind of sit out for a little while, and hopefully those little wrinkles will kind of even themselves out there. So that's unfortunate. But let's take a look at the art here real quick. Let me kind of try and center this for you. But yeah, that's actually really, really nice looking art. I've seen other playmats very similar to this as far as their design. Yeah, we've got our library here. You've got your commander zone, graveyard, exile, life for your spin down counter. And then it kind of goes through all the various steps there. Now, of course, most veteran players will never have any use for that. But I guess it gives you a little extra space to put something, maybe just to kind of keep your counters there for the time being, and then when you need them, you break them out. You got your battlefield, you got your lands, and if needed, you could actually use this for other stuff like Pokemon, because again, it's a very similar kind of thing. You could, for Pokemon, you could put your primary one right here, you could put your bench here, and keep all that other stuff there. So the artwork itself actually looks really, really nice. I like that purple. It's very nice and rich. Looks really good. The actual lettering looks pretty good too. So the printing seems really nice. Again, it does have that very soft sort of feel to it. Very similar to a lot of the playmats nowadays, where they've got that kind of smooth feel to it. And just to give you an idea, in case anybody was wondering, let me take this out of my top loader, and we'll do a little card slide here for you, because I know some people like to see that. So we've got ourselves a Yu-Gi-Oh card. We've got ourselves a standard size Lorcana card. Now, of course, like I'd mentioned, it does have a little bit of wrinkling on it, so I'm not expecting a completely smooth slide, because it does need to sort of just sit out for a little while, and hopefully that'll flatten on its own. But let's see. It does catch quite a bit. Now, this particular card back here for the sleeve, it is a little grippier than normal. This one's a little smoother. So let's see how that goes. This one slides a little bit more, so yeah, the sleeves definitely matter. So they do slide a bit, but it does feel like it catches a little, and I think, again, that's a combination of the crimping that we're seeing here. And maybe, I wouldn't say it's so much the material, but it is kind of the crimping a little bit. So I really do think once this flattens out, this slide will be about the same. I don't think it'll be a huge difference there, but it's fine. I mean, you can very easily move the cards from place to place. You don't want them sliding way too much, because then you got cards flying everywhere, and that's not fun at all. So slide feels good. Let's take a look at the stitching. And the stitching itself looks pretty standard for a lot of these playmats that have this kind of outer lining with the stitch. Sometimes the stitching will be a little bit thicker. This one feels like it's on the thinner side. And from the looks of it here, kind of trying to move this mat here so y'all can see. Okay, we do have a little bit of an end right there. That's normal. It looks like a little knot, sort of. It's basically where it ends the stitch. It has to end somewhere, and so that's where it's ending right there. So that's actually not too abnormal. And yeah, stitching feels fine. Looks fine, feels fine. Okay, and as far as the backing, it's kind of that very standard rubberized back that most of these mats have. In fact, the one that I'm using right now, just to give you an idea, this one's a little discolored, unfortunately. But yeah, it's very similar as far as the backing of the mat there. So yeah, pretty standard stuff. It does have a little bit of an odor. Yeah, but it smells like rubber because that's kind of what it is, or at least it's rubberized. But the mat itself, again, aside from the crimping, which, I mean, that's more probably something that happened in shipping, which is unfortunate, the playmat itself is fine. I see nothing wrong with it. The art looks good. It pops. It looks really nice. The colors look nice and rich. So we'll go ahead and we'll actually leave this right here, and let's break out the one thing that I'm really wanting to take a look at, which is this. This is a little bag of goodies, like counters and whatnot. And the bag itself, very standard. It's very similar to my other dice bags that you've seen here. Now this one, it feels like it's a little bit bigger. Just to kind of give you a size comparison there. So this one's a little bit bigger. And yeah, it has that same kind of felt outer lining, or outer fabric, I guess. And then on the inside, it's a little on the smooth side, and we've got the little drawstrings. It's a bag. you can't really get these wrong unless you just completely mess up in the process of actually building it. But it feels fine. Nothing wrong with it. Set you over here. This is what I was interested in. These, if I'm not mistaken, are acrylic. So these should be little markers that you can use for the game. Where's the end here where I can open this? Where are you? Here it is. Okay. All right, these are what I really want to take a look at. There we go. Okay, so let's spread these out. Okay, so, ooh. I'm already feeling something that's a little concerning. Maybe it's just that one that I felt there. But the edges on these are a little on the sharp side. Like they're not cut quite right. I'm going to go ahead and try and flatten all of these out here so we can get them all. Let me see, we got trample, we got unearth. What do we got here? Vigilance, reach, menace, shroud, protection, prowess, defender, and then plus a +1 or a -1 counter, and then you've got a +1 over here. Okay, so it looks like you have the various different abilities that some of the cards you have may actually use, or you may be able to add to them. Like one of the more common ones is flying, so you may use an extra card or something, and they say, okay, you know, this creature gets flying until end of turn or whatever, and so you can just kind of put the marker on it and say, okay, this now has flying, and there you go. Same thing with this, you know, +1, +1, -1, -1, the most common one. I had hoped that maybe they would add maybe at least a -2, -2, and a +2, +2. The 3, I can kind of understand them not including, but the +1s and the +2s are probably the most common that I've seen, at least from my time in playing Magic. But it is nice that it does include pretty much all the various, or at least the most common, things that you can kind of apply to your creatures once they are on the field. They may not necessarily come with natively. So at least they're all here. Let's see, trample is also a pretty common one. You'll probably also notice that there is a bit of a cloudy film on them. That's actually normal because these do have a little plastic film on them, which I can take off. And then it looks much brighter there. Now, one thing I've already noticed here is that once I've taken this off, let me see, did this actually break? It did. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure how clear that comes out on camera, but that little corner right there, unfortunately, it's actually a little chipped. Yeah, it came like that, so it's already got some damage to it. That is very unfortunate. Let me see if I can remove it here on the back. There we go. Okay, so on the back it looks pretty good. Again, it's nice and shiny, as you can see there. The edges feel okay. They're slightly sharp, like you can feel a little bit of an edge to them there, where you can tell where they were cutting these. And let me see, kind of concern. Ooh, okay, yeah, this is my concern here, is that it has these kind of sharp edges to them. And when I run them on the mat like this, like if I were to move them, I can feel it catching the mat. Like it's like it's kind of grinding into the mat there. It's not perfectly smooth. That's a concern because I imagine while playing, I'm not going to really think about, okay, I need to be careful because these things are sharp. I'm just going to generally kind of, move them to a card or something. And if they've got these sharp edges, it's going to start to tear away at the mat. Now, you may not see that right off the bat, but over time, it is going to do that. So you would want these to have smoother edges. And these, yeah, this just doesn't have a very smooth edge to it. It's got a very noticeable sharp kind of lip there. That, again, you can't really see it on camera because it's so small, but I can definitely feel it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And again, this one's actually chipped. Let me see. I thought I saw another one that I know had a bit of an edge to it. Was it this one? I'm trying to feel here. Some of these other ones feel okay. This one has a little bit of an edge too. And again, similar situation. Let me take off the backs here just so you can see it as it is meant to be seen. There. Again, it looks good. It's nice and shiny, but again, similar situation. It's got a little bit of a lip. Yeah. Front, I know, okay, yeah, it's more noticeable here on the back. It's got a little bit of a lip there. So, yeah, my concern is going to be over time these may actually start to wear against your playmat, be it this one or any other playmat that you may use. So, I don't really know if I can recommend these because it's just they're good counters. They're good markers basically. But just the edges are going to be a problem for me. I would hesitate a little bit at least. I'm going to have to leave this one up to you. I'm going to let you know again. It feels like almost all of these, maybe not that one. This one has an edge. This one not so much. This one's got an edge. Not so much. It feels like they're just kind of hit and miss here. This one has an edge. Yeah, as I'm going through these, a good chunk of these actually have that kind of sharper edge. I'm going to leave it up to you if you guys decide this is something you want to actually purchase. The playmat is fine. The counters, which is what I was really looking forward to looking at, I'm going to have to say if you do decide to purchase the mat, it's fine because the playmat is good. But these little counters or markers, I have my concerns. I really do. Because, again, if you just happen to just kind of slide them across or move them, again, you can't really tell just from now, but I can feel them digging into the material. And it's going to start to cause a little bit of wear there. Whether you care about that sort of thing, again, that's a very, much up to you. I wouldn't... Wow, this one's actually cracked here on the side, too. Okay. So, yeah, these are not looking very good by the minute because it looks like, again, just straight from the manufacturer or from the seller, these are already showing up a little bit damaged. That's very unfortunate. I'm going to say the playmat's good. These counters, I'm going to leave up to you. I would probably not use these because I would like for my playmat to last as long as possible and not suffer any kind of little issues with the top of it there. So I would pass on these. It's going to be really up to you guys if you decide that the extra money that you might spend on this is going to be worth these little markers. If they could just fix the issue with the edges, because again, I know that they print these in bulk and then they just kind of cut them. But because of that cut, it leaves them with sharp. This one is so pronounced. It leaves it with such a sharp edge that I can't recommend the markers at all. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, all that other good YouTuber stuff. I will leave an affiliate link for this product down in the description. So if you do decide you want to give it a try, if you use that affiliate link, I do get a little bit of a kickback. So full disclosure there. And again, just in case I didn't mention it, this was sent over to me for free in exchange for an honest review. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.